I also saw a funny meme that said back in the 90s, everyone had a room in their home called the computer room. It wasn't an office or a study. I remember this as a kid.
I didn't have that.
It's like, we're going to go to the computer room. Like, we had it in the basement. I guess it was a small study, but we just called it the computer room.
Wow.
Interesting.
We had a conversation pit. That's all I got to say.
Oh my God, he did. His house.
So fucking California.
Was it a pit in the backyard or?
No,
Oh, in the living room. Oh. You got to find.
That is so.
Wait, was it a
organic.
sunken-in living room?
You find a picture of a 1970s conversation pit because I was actually.
Oh, so wait, that was an actual thing?
There's a great
Oh,
one.
you gotta
There's a great
see
one in the
these.
movie Catch Me If You Can, which is a wonderful movie. When Leo is in Miami and there's a party in his house, there's kind of chaos, and he's like, "Don't spill the drinks in the conversation pit." And,
Oh, yeah.
and an entire universe of people who'd been to my house growing up, like all faxed me when that came out. Like,
Wait, but was it just like a basement?
No. You
dude.
got to see it. He's going to find a picture.
You've seen this.
It's a sunken chill out area.
In the living room.
Is it like a
And-
big circle in the middle, but it's like
or
under
circle,
There's
square.
actually one at the great TWA Lounge, which is now a great
Okay,
mid-century modern hotel.
look.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing missing is a naked Burt Reynolds.
Needless to say, ours didn't look exactly like that. It's more like
have
a
the
hole
shag
that the rat would go in and out of. And
Why is it that there has to be
carpeting
a
is
sunken
big.
floor for it to be? I guess
Because it's
a
got to be
pit.
sunken.
That's a cool one.
That is
Come
great.
that looks like the Catch Me
Paloma,
If You Can
baby.
one.
Wait, but how do you, let's say you're holding a
down
glass
into
of wine and a snack. How do you get in? Oh, there's stairs.
And
Okay.
carpeting. There's absolutely got to be carpet.
And also, this was the fashion choice for people who had 4 kids when they were 20.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Because this is going to enable the divorcing that's going to happen a little bit later.
And also, were you kids like allowed to hang out a lot in the conversation pit, or was the conversation pit like kind of more like, you know?
My parents got divorced early enough so that there weren't any adults around
Okay.
anyway, so it
That's
was a
we've-
feral
this is-
stomping
you
ground.
You
for
guys
us.
do. You're a little younger, but there were no parents in the 70s. Did you know that?
Oh,
just-
God.
they
Yeah,
were, like,
I
not-
believe me.
yeah,
I was
they were not-
absolutely feral.
They were absolutely.
And I'm assuming part of the rules of the conversation pit, aside from not talking about the conversation pit, is that there's no TV. You're forced to talk with people.
Lots of ashtrays.
Oh, God, yeah. You can smell those cushions.
From here. Yeah.
It's the smell of, like, old cigarettes and then a perfume used to
You know,
cover it
it's
up.
funny. I watch a lot of HGTV because I'm a woman. A lot of those rehab shows where they like rehab a home. Is that what it's called? Renovate. When you renovate a house. I have not seen any of those on these shows.
Seriously?
But
I would bring it back if I had a house to do it
I
in.
love them.
a lot of the HGTV shows take place in Canada, so maybe the conversation pits weren't as popular in Canada.
Yeah, I think it has to be in places that were built out in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll find them in Phoenix, you'll find them in a lot of
LA.
Southern California and LA.
Yeah.
As you will also find, and this is true in the neighborhood I grew up in, Lakewood and Long Beach, quite a fair number of backyard bomb shelters. And people are doing, for
awesome.
nuclear winter. And people are using them to make recording studios, or they just weirdly find them and freak out. They're pretty great.
Yeah, and a lot of times they found them in our bridges in New York. Recently, in fact. Yeah, and it was like old school ones where they...
Running history?
It can be. The problem is the ones that have been found have all been, they've taken out what they've got, but they'll be like Cold War era canned food that would last forever and things like that.
it does.
And they're in
when he
almost
went to
most of our bridges.
Columbia here. That's how he made his money. He built bomb shelters in New York during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Are you fucking kidding me? By the way, what a lucrative time to be doing that.
Neat.
He's rocking
Wow.
it. You wonder why he made a conversation pit in his house. I mean, if you go through that, it's,
What would you say is our current bomb shelter? Like, what is the thing now?
it's the whatever room. What are they? It's not the panic room, but it's the. There's like the bug. There's a term of art for it. There's a whole these shows with the preppers, right?
Oh, yeah.
So preppers have their
Like the doomsday room, or like if when the disaster comes, you're prepared.
yeah.
I would like to say something about that.
Yeah.
So about, I don't know, 8 years ago, I lived in Portland. We had a big house, and I'm a very prepared person. I like to have food in the house. I like to have extra batteries and all this. And I was like, I'm going to make us a big go kit, like a big. I bought one of these like.
I have one in my car.
Tupperwares.
Oh, yeah.
And I put in like tarps, batteries, antibiotics, some cash, food, dried food, canned food, water, like everything. My daughter and husband thought I was hilarious. They're like, what are you doing? And I was like, look, and you should keep gas in the car in case we have to get out of here. We don't have to sit on a line. So yeah, you'd think. So I went down a couple of years ago to just kind of see how everything was doing. Okay, the cans of fruit had exploded. The water had all leaked. Everything was destroyed. And I was like, all right, so you got to, if you're going to be a prepper, you got to like stay on top of the prepping. And I obviously, I failed. So,
I was very happy to discover we've all, suffered so much for Hurricane Henri.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
So, like, we did the half-hearted, like, all right, so we got some candles or something. But we have 2 shortwave radios at home.
I have one in my car.
Including the crank one.
I have one in my car. I have one in my car. You can get them for like $15. It's got a crank and it's a little radio. It's in the back of or it was. Maybe someone took it, but it's there. I mean, you don't know. Maybe you're like, remember those people that got stuck in the snow and they died and all that in California?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Donner Party?
Don't you remember it?
Oh,
People were their power bars.
I watched I will always mention this whenever I can. I saw a really great documentary on the Donner Party
started
on the
watching
Weather Channel.
I started watching this the other day.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's
so good.
The disaster. I love disaster.
Oh, it was riveting.
I know.
Well, if we've learned anything, have a prep bag. Before you have anal sex, take prep.
Oh.
And what? I'm trying to be responsible.